this one guy walks into a restaurant and orders a bowl of albatross soup. After taking one bite of it, he immediately gets up from his table, steps outside the restaurant, and walks into oncoming traffic. Why?
The albatross was his wife.
No, but that is surprisingly it is close to that, actually. And that saved, if I would have guessed that first, I would have got this pretty easily. Okay. But it took me hours to try to figure this out.
Because the man was an albatross.
No.
It was his wife. So you're saying he's in a restaurant, he ate some albatross soup.
Yeah.
Which is pelican.
A bird, right?
Yeah, it's a bird.
Thing.
Alcatraz. Yeah. That also means pelican. Fun fact.
I think you're mixing two things.
I think I am too.
But it's okay.
Albatross is like a seabird or something, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Some sort of water bird, not water bird.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, like that's a good way to think of it too. Where are those things located?
The ocean.
Huh?
Like on a coast.
Walked out into traffic.
Because that's what happens with birds all the time. Birds always get hit by cars.
Oh yeah, no, he like after eating the soup.
After eating the soup,
he was not going to kill himself until he ate the soup.
What?
He was given the albatross soup. He ate it, and then
not all of it.
But he got his wings.
He ate some of it.
No,
he ate some of it. Is that relevant?
He ate one bite of it.
He ate one
I don't know if
it
is actually very relevant now that I think.
He ate one bite of it, and then got up and walked into traffic.
Yes.
Did he remember after taking a bite that he's like deathly allergic? Then he was like, I'm not gonna die by no bird.
No.
He took his own went into
No.
traffic.
So what you already said first, like I said, that's a really
he thought the albatross was his wife. That's what I said first.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you said, and that's not technically right, but it's close to that.
How is it close to that?
Yeah, I can't think of anything to branch off of.
The okay.
And where are those birds located?
The coast?
The coast.
Okay.
Along the
so it's like this is like a coastal cafe this guy's at?
I don't think that part matters. It doesn't matter where he's at currently.
But it matters about the birds.
Yes.
And where they're from. Which is
they were too salty. It was too salty, so he killed himself.
It was his wife was the lady selling seashells down by the seashore.
Oh.
And then she got murdered and chopped
no,
up
actually not.
The albatross soup.
Okay, now you're getting somewhere.
I'm more confused.
So his wife was turned into soup. No, that's not. So that's the wrong direction to run in.
Well, actually, that's kind of right. But
is part of the riddle difficulty like you not giving me the right hints?
Well, you threw me off so bad at the very beginning because there's no way you should have even been close to that.
I'm sorry, I'm accidentally a genius. I tried to explain this to teachers.
But so you know that there is a wife and there's something's going on with her.
Yeah.
There's something going on with an albatross.
His wife was fucking an albatross?
Had an affair with an albatross.
He was having an affair with the albatross. She found out. She murdered the bird. Just like Robert Pattinson in The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
That
spoilers.
That might have been an albatross in that movie.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So, she was working at a lighthouse?
No, but you could maybe think of the lack thereof a lighthouse might be something to do with it.
His wife, he was eating the soup, and he found out from the waiter, somehow, that his wife died in a shipwreck.
You're getting closer.
All right.
So the wife part's right, but
she
died.
It
was probably a family vacation.
His whole family died, and they were all made into soup?
So basically what happened is those two went on a cruise or whatever. They their ship went down, they got stranded on an island. Many people died.
Mm-hmm.
And they buried all of them. to stay alive, they killed albatrosses and would make them into soup, or kill whatever they could and make it into soup.
Right.
So that's how this guy survived, was eating albatross soup on this island. He then goes into a restaurant and actually orders albatross soup, realizing that did not taste like what I had on the island. And so he realized he ate his wife and then killed himself. Unalived himself, sorry.
Oh my god.
Holy
Way deeper than I
shit.
could have ever come up with.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. So I
Yeah,
basically was. So I said
Whoa.
I was right a lot of times about what he
Yeah.
was eating, but I just didn't know why.
It was like the
killed himself.
opposite, though. You said he thought
Yeah.
he was eating his wife when it was more like, oh crap.
Yeah,
This
you're
is
right.
what.
You're right. He
Yeah.
was. He thought he was eating albatross, and he wasn't.
I would have
Yeah.
never landed on that.
No,
Ever.
exactly. So
Holy
it took me.
cow.
It probably honestly took me a day or two to actually like try to think about it, because like the way you're supposed to play that game, you're supposed to only ask yes or no questions, I think. And it took me forever.
Oh, I gotcha.
That was yeah. So now anytime I hear about albatross soup, I always think of that.
Every time I think of you, Mason, I think of cannibalism. So that's
True.
that's just our relationship, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just something we like to talk about.
I don't know why. Hi everyone, welcome to Mellow Brick Road, path number 84. Welcome to it. We're here. We're talking about people eating each other, and we're gonna keep talking about it for a little bit longer because I kind of
Oh,
want
are we?
to. Well, I wanted to ask you a question, Mason, once we
Okay.
get going. But thanks for joining us. I'm Van. Over here is Trace. What's up, Trace?
I'll just have the chicken tenders.
That's all he's
Nice.
gonna have. He's just gonna have those.
Yeah.
And over here in internet world is Mason Greenwell, our
Hey.
resident
Hi, how are you?
cannibal. Our
No,
cannibal in training. Our
No.
cannibal
Our,
fanatic.
our cannibal curious.
no.
Cannibal
Yeah.
You're
He's
cannibal
not
curious.
a curious
I'm
cannibal.
just
he's
CC, you know?
Yeah, you're cannibal
Yeah,
curious.
CC.
Hmm.
You're not eating people, but you're fascinated by the act of eating other people.
MGCC.
It's just like, it's like I'm not going to actively seek it out, but if I happen to be in some environment where organically it would, I don't know.
If
My
you
thing
were
is-
perhaps forced to.
My thing is, if I was at
Yeah.
a fancy dinner party with like butlers and waiters and stuff like carrying plates of food, and they they just go and you eat it, and they go,
Mhm.
"That's stuffed mushroom or whatever."
Well,
If I was in there, were like, "Oh, and it looks like a a
Probably pork.
pork wrapped something,"
mhm.
and they go,
Yeah.
"Oh, here you go," and I'll take the toothpick. "Oh, that was interesting. What is that?" And they go, "That's human meat." I'd go, "Wow, human meat tastes really good. No, thank you, no more." But like,
I had my fill.
Better
I-
than expected.
I
is what
wasn't
I-
expecting. Yeah, next time say it before
Aw.
you hand it
Yeah,
out.
kind of buried the lead there.
But I'm glad
Yeah.
I know now.
Yeah.
So because it would taste like pork, because that's what they said.
long pork.
We've
Yeah.
talked about
Long
this.
pig. Yeah.
We've talked about
God,
it. and talked
Lord,
about
have we talked about this?
We love this trail. This
I don't
path.
know why.
Yeah, we just always stumble.
It's a
onto
violent trail.
It's calming how much you like to walk it with us, though. Like you're totally cool with just walking in stride with us when we bring it up.
Yeah, I think he's more like he likes to just keep walking on the path, and you and I like stop and
I like-
smell the roses every now and then.
Like me and you were talking about this, and Trace is just like eyes front, just like
Yeah, tunnel
trying to
vision.
not listen.
I'm like, hey guys,
Yeah.
only half a mile left, so I like don't even
Yeah.
hear what you're saying. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just like tighten my backpack a little bit. I'm just like, oh
let's keep
Jesus,
going, keep
okay.
going, yeah.
How you doing, folks? We're just coming through, just passing by.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
other people walking.
On your right, just
Yeah.
just
That
feeling
is always fun.
uncomfortable.
You ever like when you're walking with someone somewhere and like you're next to them, you're talking, and then you see other people coming toward you, and do you ever do that thing where you're like, yeah, and then we were out there and we were doing this, we like went over to their house and then we did that, and then and then we just hung out and chilled, like you're not even saying anything like outrageous, you're
You
just
just
talking.
bring it down for some
You just
reason.
bring it. I don't know if it's politeness or you just don't want other people to know your business.
Another strange thing I've been having a lot lately. I've been running the roads a lot, and people will at
It's
a
cold out.
far distance. Okay, about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I was running. I have
Yeah.
taken a break
Oh.
since, but
Good call, Mason. Good job. Good spot.
yeah.
Good spot.
Mhm.
He
People
got you.
will cross the road from a really far away, and you think, do they think I'm weird?
They see you
or are
running?
they weird? And they don't want me to see
That's
it.
like xenophobia right there. They're weird because they're like, I don't want to even be near someone.
I'm talking like 2 stop signs away because we live in a small town. It's not really blocks, but like they'll cross, because you got to go against traffic, and they'll cross, and I'm like, do they think I'm gonna hurt them?
Yeah.
Or are they scared that I'm gonna see them?
They're gonna hurt you.
Yeah,
They're afraid of
right.
themselves.
Yeah.
They're scared. They're like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Today's the day. I'm sick of this guy working out all the time.
Or in reality, they're like, oh, this guy's running. I'll just get out of his way.
Yeah,
And then they just go
probably.
back to whatever, or
Yeah.
carrying
Yeah.
their groceries or whatever they're
yeah.
doing. There's probably
They-
nothing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
they
just
probably
thinking
don't
about
even
it.
acknowledge you.
Yeah. They're just like, whoa, is that guy running? Like they didn't even notice. They
Yeah, they
just
didn't even
happened to
see you
cross
there.
the street.
Do you remember we were in Chicago and we were at that? Where were we? We were like a big J.C. Penney's or something for some
Where were we?
reason.
Target. We were at Target in like a black cathedral building. Do you
Yeah, it
remember how
was
weird
so
it
weird.
was? It was like the
Yeah.
weirdest old
It's
cathedral
like 3
looking.
stories tall. It was the strangest building I've ever been in.
It was
a
super
Target.
strange.
That they
But,
just
like,
refurbish into a
and they just-
Target.
Yeah,
They
like you see
made
it
it-
from the
it was
outside, you're
so
like, this is
strange.
super weird. And then you walk in, it's all like fluorescent lights and like happy, and you're like, what is
And
going
it was-
They're like, what's that?
Did I walk through a
juxtaposition?
portal or something?
And you think of like how big Targets are, like they're always wide open. It
Yeah.
was like cramped.
It was
and
really
it was
cramped.
multiple floors. It was so. We were just looking
But-
for like.
There was that guy
I
that
don't
was
even
at the
remember.
entrance who was getting kicked
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I've seen like half a dozen.
Like 4 inches inside the door.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is screaming and getting kicked out.
he keeps trying to get in, and they keep going, get out.
Yeah.
He keeps like coming back in.
And he had a book bag, and he's like rummaging through it. It
Yeah,
wasn't like
I don't know what
pulling
he
a
was
gun,
doing.
but he was
No,
like
he
kept like pulling stuff out, and you're like, what is happening? Like I don't need this right now.
They probably thought he stole something or whatever. I don't know. But I've like over half a dozen times in my life, I've been to like a store where I've seen someone get kicked out, and it's always the funniest shit. I saw someone once at a Kohl's. They tried to run, like they tried to steal something and run out the door, and I saw a security guard form tackle this bitch.
Holy shit,
Dude, like full on, like picked her up. It was a woman.
Both?
Yeah, no. The security guard was a man. She was a woman that was trying to escape.
I thought you meant the security guard
and
was
this
a woman.
dude charged at her. She was at the door, and he just fucking whoop, and like picked her up, and they slammed into the ground. It was wild.
awesome.
She took like a bunch of necklaces or earrings or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was something crazy. I was with Dub.
Can that be worth anything?
I was trying to buy a new sweater
No.
for Christmas.
I mean, is that for yourself, or are you gonna try and sell it? That cannot be worth.
I feel like people like
amazing.
steal stuff from one of those stores because it's for themselves, not because they're trying to sell it. But
Yes,
I don't know,
Then it's like, I don't know.
because you can't afford it, and
Stealing
plus,
is wrong.
I guess.
and plus, this large corporation has plenty of money. Why can't they just lose some product every now and then?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
with
know.
that though.
Oh yeah,
fuck that.
No, see, if she would have got like, it's like if she got away, like if that guy tried to chase her and then she got out the doors, I'd be like, fuck yeah, woo,
Yeah.
fuck the man,
Yeah.
dude, fight the power. But then she got stopped, and I'm like, that's a badass security guard right there.
That is
Like
cool.
you gotta love that's a Paul Blart fucking putting it on the line for his business, the business he
Yeah.
works at.
I was in a Walmart the other day.
Ooh, buddy, those
You
are
already
always
know.
crazy.
And it was in I don't want to say the town's name, but it was in a
Midwestern Mall.
Midwestern or a a rural Missouri Walmart. Let's just say that.
Ooh, not even a superstore.
Ooh.
Thank
God.
So
Not even a garden section.
And I was getting some deli chicken.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
And
of course.
the woman behind me straight up like assaulted her kid.
Ooh.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
The way you said it was funny though.
No, the way Vanna was in a spit take was funny.
Yeah.
That's
The
so
way
funny.
you said that was funny.
So I'm like, dude, first of all, let me bitch about something.
I love watching people like do shit like that in public because it's like,
Why are you doing that in public?
Like, what are you doing? We're in public. There's cameras everywhere. You idiot.
So like, when did the Walmart change it from the pound? I'm gonna buy by the pound to pieces. I don't
know. I hate it.
That's the worst thing ever.
It's the
I used to say, can I get a pound
a few months
whatever?
Ago, more than a few months ago, because I went there once just to get deli chicken, and I walked in. I was like, "Can I get a half pound?"
Yeah.
Of the what do I get?
Barbecue chicken or General Tso's?
General Tso's, yeah. And because I want the peppers in there.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
And she said, "No, we don't do pounds anymore.
It's pieces."
And I was like, "I don't know how many pieces come in a half
it's
pound."
It's like 8, which is, to me, it's like not that much. Because there could be a freaking nugget in there that's nothing.
If it's 8, like if it's pieces, like numbered pieces, I'm gonna want the biggest amount.
Okay, it's 8, 16, and then like 36.
16's kind of a lot.
Yeah,
and 36 is a big jump.
I got 16 the other day, and I was like, "This is too much."
Yeah.
Okay, so the woman.
Get your shit together, Walmart.
So
tell me how this woman physically assaulted her kid.
I wanted to set that up because I'm like standing there. I'm like, "Can I get let's do 16 of the barbecue boneless wings?" And
yeah, man.
And I'm just like chilling, and I hear this woman go, "Stop!" And I'm just like, I didn't do anything. Like, kind of turn around, and she had like 2 or 3 kids running around. And if I'm being honest, they were being little assholes. They were like picking up, like the cooler that sits there, like the deli sandwiches and the potato salad and all that.
Yeah.
Like one of the kids is like taking the lid off of the potato salad, and I'm like, and I'm there. I just want to get out. Like if I go in Walmart, I just want to be in and
That's
out.
That's a smack on the hand at least.
And I'm like looking in my eyes, like this is before she yelled, and I'm like, oh my god, that kid's opening the potato salad.
How old are these kids?
6.
Okay. That can be excusable.
6 and below.
6 years old, you should know not to do that in a store.
Yeah, 6 and below.
Yeah.
Like I said, rural Missouri, little rough cats.
Yeah.
One of the kids didn't have shoes on.
Oh.
Can I put it that
All
way?
right, that's what.
Yeah. See
Oh,
how it changes the dynamic.
Age just raised like 5 to 6 years at least for that behavior.
Hey, like Mason said earlier, think about how fucking cold it is in Missouri right now.
Oh my god, bare feet.
This kid had jeans on and a coat.
Oh, I hate jeans and cold
But
weather.
he didn't have shoes on. So he may be a kid that's like, I'm not wearing my fucking shoes, and like throws them in the car. I don't know. But anyway,
Could be.
Yeah, I guess.
He's like opening the potato salad. I'm like, yeah, can I get my chicken, please, so I can leave?
Yeah.
And then she goes, stop. And I do one of those things where I'm like, oh, what else? What else was I looking at? Could get some chips. And like in the corner of my eye, she yanked like his wrist.
Ooh.
Like down. Like said like stop. Like that. And I was like, oh
you
Jesus.
heard a pop?
No, but it was
that would have been
it
funny.
made like that smack of like when she grabbed him of like that.
Ooh, yeah.
And I was like,
oh my gosh, that did scare me.
And that
a
woman's
little
like, do you need anything else? And I'm like, the mac and cheese looks good, but no, I've never gotten the mac and cheese. But I was like, nope, all good, thanks. And I walked away, and that was it. I hope they're alive.
Dude. Wow.
So funny. I don't know if is that assault? She
that's
smacked
assault,
him
brother.
and like yanked his arm as like a do not use his hand.
I almost got assaulted by another child's parents.
That was
one
like
time
3 days ago.
When I was a kid. We were at the Marceline Carnival, and we were super young.
Way too young. And kind of just on our own.
Oh, for sure.
But not to discredit
In a
our parents,
supervised way.
Yeah, our parents were there.
This is no excuse at all.
Yeah.
It's actually a terrible excuse, but we were like 2 blocks away from the park. Like we were home. Like we could be home in like 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Like not an excuse at all.
Especially if we had a roller
kids
place.
get kidnapped like inches from their parents all the time at Walmart.
Yeah.
Of all places.
Were we cute enough to be kidnapped? I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll let the people decide that one.
Bing.
That's the guy that like dogs on himself so that people are like,
forced compliment.
yeah, they're just
Yeah.
no.
No, this kid was fucking with you. He was like chasing you around, or I don't remember what it was. He was doing something, messing with you or whatever. And I saw this happening from a distance, from afar. I had just
you were at the scrambler.
I had just won at one of the games.
Okay.
With one of those scary carny people.
Oh yeah.
And I got like a big,
who probably also didn't have shoes on.
Big like rubber hammer things.
Yeah.
You go,
oh yeah,
squeak,
that squeaks.
Squeak. Yeah. Or whatever. And this goes messing with you, and I saw from afar, and I was like, my brotherly instincts kicked in. I had to go over there and see what was up.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk up to this kid who was like maybe my age, like 8, 9.
Yeah,
I don't know how old he was.
I mean, we're a year apart, so yeah, he was probably in my class or yours.
And I can't remember why he was messing with you. You probably like beat him at some game, or you were probably faster or smarter or stronger than him in some way. So that's probably why he was probably mad.
He just felt inferior.
Or all of the above.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably all of the above.
It was probably a combination.
And I walk over to him, and I don't remember what we said or what happened, but I told him to stop picking on you, and he said no. And so I took the hammer, and I boom right across the face, and it went squeak right on his face. And his parents were standing like 3 feet away, and they came over, and you ran off.
Wow,
smartly.
I cannot remember this.
Smartly,
remember? Because I told Mason about that car that would drive back and forth in Marceline. You know, you go through people's backyards, so you knew. You had the instincts. See, Mason?
Yeah.
Instincts. Every kid Marceline around our age has those instincts because of that. Because of that car. I told you. Watch off the path. Go into extreme detail.
Did you tell Mason to watch off the path?
Well, no, the audio.
The audio. Okay.
The camera.
I thought you looked at Mason. I was like, I think Mason.
We talk about it on Off the Path.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he had a 10-minute rant about it.
I did. Well, it's pretty big. Marceline was pretty fucked. But
now that
the kids' parents came over, and they were like the mom almost clawed my face, and the dad was definitely like squeezing his fists at his sides when they came over to like, what are you doing? Why are you? To our son, and I was like, your son was picking on my brother, and then I hit him again, and then I ran off. I gave him like a backhand, and I went boom, and I spun, and I darted off like that.
Do you have any memory of who it was? I mean,
no,
we're obviously not going to say.
I think they were out of towners.
Oh,
out of towners. So I had
totally possible.
I had no fear.
Totally possible.
I wasn't going to see these idiots anymore.
Yeah.
I took 2 strikes of that motherfucker.
What's funny is I went through like 4 people that I was like, thanks, dude.
One time in high school, you were at a basketball game. You were playing because you played basketball, and I was Captain Cardinal at the time.
Oh yeah.
And some kid pushed you down at a basketball game, and I stood up against the bleachers.
Right in front of the bleachers.
Yeah.
I have a.
I almost kicked that kid into fucking hell.
Do you okay?
I wanted to say the moon, but I said kicked him into, and
I have 2 memories from that.
Visually didn't work out.
The first one being when I hit the floor, my like where your love handles are. Hip, I don't know. Whatever.
No, I don't know.
The side?
Where my love handles are.
I don't know. I don't know where those. I don't have.
Okay.
What?
On my left side, the way he pushed me, I landed and like that spot like caught the floor, so I got a really bad bruise, like that like, turned black. It was so bad.
Nice.
And I've done some reading on it. I guess like that spot can like harden, like it's just like dried, dead cells or something can like harden. So if you feel that spot from that thing that you're talking about, you can feel like that bruise.
It's just like a hard patch.
It's
just
hard.
like on your side.
Yeah.
You should like a.
That's like cauliflower ear, I think.
Yeah. It's like that. That's literally what it feels
like. A little like hard loaf of bread on the side of your body.
It's just where the blood vessels expand
like
and stay or
the
something.
The muffin got a little bit overcooked.
You know what I'm saying? The burnt edges.
Yeah, the burnt edge.
Well, it should be easy to get rid of them. Just slice the bread.
I want to go to a doctor and say, hey, can we like remove this?
Could you get like a?
And then I would like look
a sander and just like.
Oh God. Okay, the second part of that I remember.
Yeah.
When I was in football, I didn't care about like showing anybody up or any of that. Like I just kept my head down and like did whatever.
Yeah.
In basketball, I got this like weird cockiness about me.
Yeah,
that was everyone in your class.
I was horrible.
Yeah, everyone
at
in your
basketball.
class has
I had no business being like cocky that way.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't score at all. But anyway.
Should have been like more like me.
In that moment, that kid pushed me. I get the bruised muffin top.
Yeah.
Do you remember I like put my hand out right in front of you guys. I put my hand out for him to help me.
And he walked off.
He walked off.
Yeah,
and
we
then,
fucking roasted
it probably
him.
wasn't you, but somebody else jumped out of the thing and, helped me up.
It was either me or Kenny. It had to been me or Kenny.
It was obviously a foul. It got called a foul. And so the play kind of stopped. And the kid just looked over me. And so I put my hand up like, you better help me up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right in front of the student section.
Yeah.
He was fucking done the whole rest of the night.
The coolest thing I ever did in high school was that. Because
probably more.
But I'm saying that
that
was like
starting as a freshman playing in the state game was probably pretty cool.
We lost.
Oh yeah, we got our asses kicked. I forgot about that.
But it was seriously the coolest memory. Let me rephrase that. That was like a moment that would have been in a teen show. That they would have recreated. Yeah, they would have recreated that moment because it was like the crowd behind me and like the good standing up against evil, but I was kind of the bad guy. I was like Thanos. Like I thought I was thinking, in the right, but I was.
Yeah, but you had the cooler line because you put your hand out, so you had the cooler moments.
Yeah,
you're the people's hero because of that.
Yeah.
Like in the eyes of the law, you're a villain.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of the people, you're Red Dead. You're John Marston, right?
Yeah,
you're a bad guy to Johnny Law, but like to all the other cowboys in the world, it's like
you're a Robin Hood.
Yeah, you got respect, mad respect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think of myself more of an Arthur Morgan.
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
Cool.
The GTA trailer that dropped, and there's the
yeah, dude, that looks sick.
The Joker guy.
Yeah.
Like
Florida's Joker or whatever.
Hair, and then there's a guy in real life that's
trying to sue.
That's me.
Well,
you owe me $12 million. It's like, where did you come up with that?
But the whole thing is, the whole trailer is that.
Yeah, it's like recreations of moments or whatever.
They're all like based off of real things.
Well, because I think it's based in Florida, which is why they got that guy, because he's like the Florida Joker is what they called him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game comes out in a year.
You ever like feel
that trailer
like
looks insane.
You ever feel like you don't do much and you're like, man, I feel kind of like depressed, and then you look at like Florida Joker and you're like, I guess I could be doing worse.
Yeah.
Mentally, at least.
You want to know something that I like doing every now and then to make me feel better?
Maybe I should start watching Jerry Springer again.
If you go online just to Google or whatever search engine you use, and you just type in your birthday and then follow it with Florida, it'll usually pop up with like a crazy headline. Like I'm pretty sure on my birthday, like 5 or 6 years ago, someone got arrested because they spat chicken at a worker and then like tried to drive into the drive-thru.
Mine could be pretty good.
All right.
I was born on Cinco de Mayo. Mine could be like recipe for
February 8th. A man wandering with an excavator caused the neighborhood's electricity to be cut off. My God, he ran into the wires with an excavator.
Mine in
Bubba James.
2019.
Nice.
Fugitive Florida man on bike hoped hideous blonde wig disguise would help him evade deputies. That's a funny little simple one. Oh, Bobby Walls. They call him Bobby.
Nice.
Bobby Walls. I'm going to throw something wild out. To kind of flex on people that are lactose intolerant. When I make a bowl of ice cream, I pour a little bit of milk over it.
That's crazy.
Why do you do that?
Because you know how like it makes like the little ice crystals if it gets like a drop of like water in it or something?
I don't put water in my ice cream.
Okay, no. I meant like if somehow something like the spoon is wet or something gets in there, or like it melting off the the lid. You're putting the lid up and it has a little. If that water gets in there, it makes like an ice crystal in there. I'm a big ice chewer person.
You love it.
So I used to put water in my ice cream.
Used to.
Just a little bit. Just a little.
Just a little.
To get the crystals in there. It's like when you're frying chicken and you put a little bit of the wet batter in the dry batter first, and then when you do your chicken in there, it's like double crusted because it's got them little crummies in there. It's got them little crunchy bits in there. So then I started doing milk. So then it's like this frozen milkshake, but also ice cream. So I'm drinking it, eating it all at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the cheese and apple pie thing? That freaks me out.
Cheese and apple pie.
I've never
tried
put a
slice of cheese on apple pie.
It's American cheese.
Ew.
That's a northern thing.
See, I've
Ugh.
I've heard
East,
it.
I think it's an East Coast thing,
It
but
scares
it's not bad.
me.
I remember growing up, I didn't find out that people made cinnamon rolls with their chili until I was in college. I was like halfway through college, and then I found out this. They're like, "Oh yeah, I love dipping cinnamon rolls in chili," and I was like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah.
Cinnamon rolls in chili? That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, we were a grilled cheese family.
Grilled cheese, apples, and peanut butter.
Yep.
What's one of the weirdest food combinations that you guys have had that you've liked?
Anything my dad's ever made.
Dad'll throw like 8 things together.
I'm a food sandwich person. Like I'll make my entire plate into a sandwich.
I'll stack everything on a piece of
breakfast. I want it all in one bite.
Dude, I'm honestly like, if it's all on the plate together, I feel like I can mix it all together and eat it. You know?
I'm not a person that wants my food separated unless it's like, I don't know, like if I have like,
there's not very many times
But if it had to get mixed together, you'd still eat it.
I'd still eat it.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like if I had like a plate and it had like a burger, fries, and like, I don't know, green beans or peas or something on this side, and I put like ketchup on the plate.
Yeah.
I don't want my peas touching
Rolling
the ketchup.
in the ketchup.
But if the peas get in the ketchup, who gives a fuck?
Right. That's exactly
it
how
tastes
I
like
am.
peas.
Yeah, with ketchup.
Doesn't matter.
My favorite combination that
place.
I have yet to find somebody outside of our family that likes it is cottage cheese and applesauce.
Oh,
when you present
No.
that, when you present
I don't like
that
cottage cheese.
that is the exact reaction we get every time.
You're crazy, man. That's so good.
I don't know what it is, but that combo and then
Mason, I have dozens of memories of just my sister alone. I'm not even gonna do me or myself. You know, I've done it myself many times, and you have too, I'm sure. My sister, just like, oh, time for dinner. Go in the kitchen, open up a container of cottage cheese. Oh, only half full, right? It's almost gone. Then you just take applesauce, you dump it inside the cottage cheese, and you mix it up,
and then you use that as your thing. You don't even have to get a
and
mold.
then, if it was me eating it, I wouldn't even use a spoon. I would just like
tip her back.
I would tip her back.
Tip her on back, boys.
Squeeze the plastic container so that it has a little better shape for my mouth. Just dip it back, man.
I would annihilate anybody in an applesauce chugging contest.
Oh, applesauce.
Yeah, because no one else would participate.
I love chugging applesauce. You kidding
I would
me?
win that shit. You know what else is good?
I love apples.
This is another weird one. We used to do hamburger helper all the time. The lasagna hamburger helper.
With the applesauce in it.
Applesauce. Ugh. The hot lasagna.
Yeah.
With the
cool off with the applesauce.
With the cold applesauce on top,
yeah,
dude.
Man.
What is your guys' deal with applesauce?
Insane? Are you insane, Mason? This is really
What are you doing?
Dude.
Why are you guys using applesauce for so many things?
While we were talking about it,
I love applesauce.
What about applesauce with chili? Because we've done the apples and peanut butter with chili. You dip the sliced apple, you dip it in the chili, and you bite it with the peanut butter. I wonder. I don't know.
Work.
Applesauce and chili. If anyone knows, dude, Mason.
We need an episode where we just try crazy.
Next time I see you, Mason, I'm gonna make sure I have applesauce and cottage cheese.
No, I'm not going to eat the cottage cheese at all.
On hand.
Do not do that. Do not do that.
No cameras, just me and you.
No cameras.
No, I am going to throw up if I eat cottage cheese.
We get a big old bowl and 2 spoons, and we just
no,
dude.
I might eat one bite and throw up.
Could you eat one?
No, I won't eat it.
At the same, could you eat both of the containers full in one sitting?
A whole container of cottage cheese,
whole cottage cheese and applesauce,
like your average container of each. Yeah, easily.
Ugh.
Yeah,
with hamburger helper there too.
yeah.
Here's what I would do: you make a whole thing of hamburger helper. Yep. Don't take it out of the stove top or
the pan.
Yeah,
or the skillet.
Skillet,
or whatever.
Don't take it out of whatever you cooked it in. While it's in there, take it off the fire or the heat, and you get your container of cottage cheese. Just dump the whole thing on there. Take the container of applesauce. Dump the whole thing on there. Take the whole skillet. Walk it with you.
Oh my God. People are going to be dipping tortilla chips in that, thinking it's some kind of dip.
Hey, if we got tortilla chips, you know they're getting dipped in there in my house.
If you have nacho cheese Doritos dipped in cottage cheese.
Oh, that's
I'm telling you, man.
Dude, that's good.
Devin will like that one. Shout out to Dweezy. That's
you know what Mason's problem is? He's too busy fantasizing about eating people. He doesn't think about eating actual food. He can't do. He can't do actual food.
That would be a crazy episode if we
Mason,
just
what if you took
talked about all the different ways you could eat a person?
What if you had a person wrapped like a human wrapped little smoky. When pork like a bacon wrapped little smoky, but it's human meat, and then you put that and you dip it in cottage cheese or applesauce. That would be really good, probably.
You know the big turkey legs you can get at the
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
you can get it at an amusement park,
Got someone's leg,
but it's just a leg. It's like a femur.
Get Drew's. They're all called like Usain Bolt legs or like thighs or something.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not. They can't be all him, but they're like, yeah, these are his.
It has to be the mountain. What that guy's
Oh,
name
that's a
is.
big.
Yeah, that's like the.
That's a family. It's family size.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's so
Jesus.
fucking
Jesus.
funny.
Jesus. Did we talk about your Game of Thrones Iron Throne chair?
Oh man, I don't know.
We can bring in Game of Thrones real fast just to talk about this.
Yeah, go to TW Projects. Check out. This is like the first thing I ever made.
Yeah, you made that years ago.
Oh shit!
And you just broke it.
If I don't think it broke. If you have ever gone to like a party store or like if you've ever seen those little plastic toothpick swords,
Yeah.
that's what this is made of. It's 500 of those. I
Oh,
bought
wow.
10 boxes of 50. I remember.
I remember you doing that in our apartment.
Yes. A lot of glue gun, a lot of
Because you wanted a phone holder.
I had to snip all of them. Yeah, I made it to be a phone holder. I was going to drill a hole and it was going to be a charging stand. And then phones
Ooh.
got bigger. So now
Ah,
it
yeah.
doesn't sit down in there.
Yeah.
So
Phones did get bigger.
phones got bigger.
You
But yeah,
get
go
to- you
to
could, like,
TW Projects.
Trim the sides of it.
Yes.
But then it would ruin the look.
yeah, I'm going to toot my own horn. It's perfect. Like it is. I cannot believe how well it
It
turned
looks
out.
from up
You
close.
have been
like,
on your high horse today, Trace.
I'm fucking on a soapbox today.
But when you really get up close to it, it's really cool. Like
Yeah.
it looks better the closer it is because you see like the widths,
all the detail,
all the melted,
all the time.
Yeah, and like every sword was actually a pirate sword, and that doesn't really make sense for Game of Thrones. It had the little cover over your
the little-
hand,
Yeah.
so I had to
Oh, the
take
handle?
snippers and cut every single
Or guard?
handle of the swords.
So they'd be less safe for the person holding them.
Of course, yes.
So dumb. Well, yeah,
worked
it's
out.
medieval. Yeah, it turned out great. I can't complain about it at all. But yeah, I made this like 5 years ago,
Oh.
4, 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, maybe that sounds about right.
We were living in Columbia, so yeah,
Shit.
that thing's been around. Kind of wild.
Should have put a date on it.
Yeah, I don't think I did that. I should have signed the bottom. But like that was kind of the thing is I was just making it for fun.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't even thinking like, oh, this will last forever or other people will enjoy this or I was just like, I know how to play the opening theme on piano and I'm going to
Oh, nice.
I still do, but so now if you know how like you used to just know the Snake Charmer song? Do 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 do.
Yeah.
I knew how to do that, and then I learned how to do the opening to Game of Thrones, and then I learned something from Zelda.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember that,
Do-do-do-do.
dude.
No.
Oh, that's the final
wait,
countdown.
We both almost did it. And we both stopped at the same time.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Oh wow.
I know that.
Yeah.
Is that
the
like
Zelda
the-
theme?
Oh, I was gonna say the Hyrule. I think that's
Hyrule Kingdom? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
we're-
think that's Hyrule Castle on Smash Bros.
Yeah, I think when you're playing Smash Bros on that map, 'cause that's the only map you should play.
Yeah,
If we're
that's a
being
fun
honest.
map. That's a
I
fun
don't
map.
think we can go into that right now, but
Okay,
that's
we
the
get it.
only map you can. That's the only. Map
I just
you
figured
play.
it out though.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of games though, there's a super fun game coming out soon. Scary. Well, we'll see. I don't know if it'll come out actually. It might not.
We run into some roadblocks.
It may run into some serious roadblocks. It is the what's it called again?
Infestation 88, I believe.
That's what it's called.
I believe so.
Okay.
I haven't played any of the first 87.
I know that's super weird. No, it's basically the Steamboat Willie copyright.
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
So this is like
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
where
is
they're
that
gonna
a
get-
shooter game?
This is where they're gonna get in trouble. It's like a Mickey Mouse horror game kind of thing.
I don't think they can get in trouble. It's public domain now.
Well, but no. That's the thing. It's not Mickey Mouse isn't public domain. It's just the character Steamboat Willie. So if they did like
Oh.
I told Trace that they did like a fishing simulator game where you're Steamboat Willie fishing off the side of the boat.
That's
would work.
okay.
But I guess but if it's a horror game, you could make it Steamboat Willie. I guess it could kind of look like Mickey Mouse, but you just call him Steamboat Willie. But the problem is, I think he looks like Mickey Mouse.
Mm.
Isn't that what it was called? I thought that's what it was called.
Share that
Fucking
screen.
Awesome.
It's
Oh yeah, you gotta share that picture with Mason. That's fucking scary looking. Infestation 88. Why is it called that? You think?
I don't know. I haven't figured out what that means. What am I?
Trace Windsor has started sharing screen. Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the IGN trailer.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh God.
Well, there's something wrong with those.
So there's like giant
and that's
rats.
a big one.
That
Yeah.
so those didn't look like Mickey Mouse. Those look like
Right.
rats. Oh God. Steamboat WIlly's right behind you. Wait, what
Smoke them out.
Oh.
I mean, kind of
I'm
looks
not-
like him, but I think it's bad enough where
It
they
looks
could
like-
get away with
It
it.
looks like Goofy dressed up like Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
This is a loose ass. This is like the first idea they came up with. They didn't flesh out at all.
Yeah, that doesn't look
Hey,
like much.
let's be exterminators. Because he's a mouse, and it's like that's dumb.
Oh,
I
understand
didn't even
now.
think
So
of it like
they're
that.
saying, like-
exterminators,
Yeah.
and they're like, we got to get this rat infestation, and then
But it's actually like a serial killer or rat mouse. I don't. That's weak.
you set traps, and you look at the cameras. So it's kind of like Phasmophobia.
Ooh, scaling enemy behavior. Does that mean it gets smarter as you play?
Probably.
Like in
Oh, that'd be cool.
the Hello Neighbor.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
if
I
you-
didn't know that's how they
if you
did it. I
take
never
a
played that
certain
game.
if you take a certain path, it like remembers that. So then you can't just keep going in the back window. You have to
Find new ways.
you have to keep. I guess that's what that means. I have no idea.
Interesting.
I'm not into that. I think there's probably better ideas.
Yeah, I didn't
that could
look
come
like
from
too
that.
much.
But yeah, we were.
They should have just made a movie like Blood and Honey.
Well, and the
I'm
Blood
sure
and
they
Honey,
still will.
The Blood and Honey guy was like, I want no part of Steamboat Willie.
Dealing with like Disney and
Yeah,
all that.
he said they've dealt with a lot of like
I'm sh-
roadblocks,
Oh, I'm sure.
and so I can't imagine with Disney. Over
I
your
gave you the
head.
rundown on that movie.
Yeah, you told me all
It's-
about it. Now I don't have to watch it.
Yeah, that game. I guess they probably won't run into anything too crazy with that.
It's to me that's pretty.
People are gonna
weak. I
buy
don't
it
think
because
Disney.
of the whole like, oh, it's Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, I don't think Disney will even mess with it.
No, they
I don't
probably
think
won't.
it's-
They're pretty hardcore. All right, I feel like we're close to the end of the path. Yeah, what have you learned today?
I'm just glad we didn't talk about Saltburn.
He dances around naked in that
Yeah,
movie.
I'm just glad we didn't talk about that.
I haven't seen it, so I can't.
Oh, here we are.
I can't. I've never seen it, so I can't talk about
No,
it.
I've never seen it either. So
Oh well, that's why we're not talking about it.
I feel like for two guys that have never seen it, and I don't know about you, Mason.
I don't even know what you're
I've
talking
had
about.
like 42 conversations about a movie I've never seen before.
Yeah,
Because people want to talk about it. I'm like, I
because
don't know anything
he
about it.
dances with his dick out.
Yeah.
At the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, good
What
for
have
him.
what have I learned? It always comes back to cannibalism.
True.
It does, doesn't
It
it?
always comes back.
Human nature.
Yeah.
Because we have to
Yeah.
eat.
And I need to write thick water on my shopping list.
At the end of the day, humans have to eat.
Yeah, I need to try that.
You know, humans
Yeah.
can't not eat. That's like one of the burdens of living is that you need fuel.
Could you
Mhm.
survive off snow?
No,
Okay.
I mean, you could drink. I mean,
It's
it's
just
just
water.
water.
I've been eating a lot of snow.
the yellow kind. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
that's where the nutrients are.
Right.
Other than that, it's just water.
Yeah,
Snow is the real thick water.
true. It's
Well, I
the
guess
thickest of
ice-
waters.
Well, ice is the
Well,
thickest,
I guess-
or I guess a
yeah.
glacier. Well, a glacier's just ice.
Thickest.
Yeah.
Mason, what did you learn today? Do you have any more? Do you have any
Uh,
riddles for us? Any more riddles?
I don't have any more riddles. I
That
just know
riddle-
that. I just know you two and your whole family have an unhealthy obsession with cottage cheese and applesauce.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
dog.
I'm gonna have to go to the store
yeah,
after
no,
this.
you
I'm
can't
gonna
be
go to
proud about that.
I would dip my chicken tenders in the applesauce, man. I don't
Oh,
care.
I've done
about-
it. I've done that
I don't
before.
care about it at all.
When they get all soggy and cold,
Do you
still
ever-
good.
Did you ever dip your popcorn in the soda?
Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
that's
done
I-
that
I like
before,
to-
but
yeah. I like
That
to do a
one's not as
mouthful of
crazy.
popcorn and then drink the
Yeah.
soup.
yeah, that's what you
I don't
do.
feel like that's as crazy.
Oh.
What'd you learn today?
I learned. I don't know.
We talked
Hmm.
about a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
We really jumped around this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we didn't have anything planned. Look, this is empty.
Yeah.
I learned that Mason was cannibal curious.
yeah.
That's a good new term to have.
That's
Honestly,
pretty good.
I like it. We invented a new term today, guys.
Yeah.
Hope everyone enjoyed it. Let us know your favorite. If you had to eat a human, how would you do it? That can't be the question. We need to
Or
think of a
like,
good question
how about any weird food that you or your family eats that no one else eats?
What's a weird food combination that only you and your family eat that no one else would even think of?
I've brought Macy over to the dark side on the cottage cheese applesauce. Other than that, total like shutdown. No, I would never do that. Like nastiest thing ever.
You know what?
It's hard to get that out.
Our mom got a bunch of these seaweed snack things, like little rectangles of seaweed in a package.
I wanted to like it. I didn't.
It's amazing.
I didn't.
It tastes like seaweed.
I imagine.
It tastes like it was just on like someone. It was on sushi, and then they took it off and like put it in this package.
The rehydration that happens in your mouth. Oh,
I thought it would be crunchy, and then as soon as your mouth touches it, it like gets all soft, and you're like, whoa.
It's weird.
It was so good.
Slightly unpleasant. It's not terrible.
Let's find some cottage cheese for it.
I don't like how both of you guys did. You both were like,
oh God. Okay. Tell everyone where they can find you.
TW Projects on Facebook. Come buy a T-shirt. Come buy a hoodie. Any color you want. We'll get it knocked out for you. I'm trying to think. We haven't shown it yet, but our other co-host Kenny has a gift.
Yes.
That will be coming onto the page soon, or you'll see it on the page soon. So come check that out. Come back the next episode Kenny's on so that you can see it as well.
Yeah, he better be here.
I made this thing,
That's
shelving,
dope.
floating shelves, all kinds of random stuff, whatever I can come across. I usually try to make it. So
send all your cottage cheese applesauce pictures and videos to Trace.
Please.
On TW Projects.
Thank you.
I'll jerk off to him probably.
That's my OnlyFans. It's just a bunch of applesauce.
It's just your
stuff.
Oh God,
applesauce stuff.
Your OnlyFans is just you sticking your toes in a bucket of cottage cheese and a bucket of applesauce. And you
dude, people would pay
together.
a lot of money
you squish
for
your
that.
feet together.
That Nintendo Switch ain't gonna pay for itself, man.
That's right.
I mean, I gotta do
That's right.
something.
Good point. Good point.
If you guys
TW Projects on Facebook. That's all you need to remember from that little thing right there.
Here's what I want you to remember. If you guys sign up for patreon.com/Mellow Brick Road, if we get to 50 followers on there, at any point, once we get to 50, maybe once we get to 100.
I think 100 is
if we could get to 100, we can get to 100
people
following.
What you're about to say.
I am going to, as soon as we get to 100, we're going to do a live video session with all of us together, all the hosts, and I'm going to bring in big old buckets of applesauce and cottage cheese, and we're going to dunk our feet in there, and we're going to touch our feet together.
Okay.
And we're going to mix them all together.
We'll see what happens on the live stream.
No, that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm going to buy like industrial size containers.
Why are we touching feet though?
Because you have to mix them together. That's what makes them so good.
But we're not eating it off each other's feet.
No, you gotta dump your feet in the I'm gonna get like 5 containers.
Okay, boss.
That's
I'll do it, but
yeah,
I just don't want to. I just don't want to mix Tootsies with you guys.
I guess we don't have to mix Tootsies. We just gotta touch them together. I guess we don't have to. I guess we can figure out how we do it. Like if anything, just you touch your own feet together.
And you have to. My applesauce foot has to touch someone else's cottage cheese foot. You can't just do applesauce.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, like me and you'd be facing each other, sitting in chairs, and then like I have applesauce on my left and cottage cheese on my right, and you have it reversed. And so then like we stick our feet in, and then we stick our feet out, and then like we just push our feet together, straight on, like cottage cheese to applesauce. You know what I mean? Or you could just do it yourself and just touch your feet together. Like you could do like a what's that stretch?
Crisscross applesauce.
Well, I guess that's what we'll call it, the segment.
That's what the live stream will be called.
And and we'll do that. That's if we get 100 people sign up for the Patreon. So whenever that happens in the future, I promise you that'll be the first thing we do. If we have 100 people on Patreon, I think I have the authority to make you guys do this.
Oh
no, that's fine. I'll do it.
I would do it.
I think I've proven that I have
why.
I mean, yeah, but we got to get the other guys on.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'll do it whenever. I just don't want to.
Do it tonight. Send me a video. Mason's gonna post it on his Instagram. Mason, tell everyone where they can find that video today.
You cannot find that video today, but where you can find other videos of the podcast and other podcasts along the Mellow Brick Road. You can find me on Instagram, Mason Greenwell 52 on there. Also on Threads, same name. And then I'm also on TikTok, mgreenwee on there. Got some clips up there. Posted some new clips on there, so definitely check that out. Definitely some funny ones. If you guys saw the the episode with us talking about the mix and match fossils. That's a clip on there right now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
Really
with
funny
the
one.
unicorn skeleton.
Yeah, whatever that was
rhino.
called.
Yeah, that was funny. Terrible, but funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like this. I'll be honest. I mean, this is already passed, but I like this. This last week's clips are pretty good. The Pokemon stuff when Kenny was here, that was some pretty good shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. What was it? Mason Greenwell? Is it Mason Greenwell 52 on Instagram?
Yep.
And then M Greenwee on TikTok.
M Greenwee.
Yeah. M Greenwee CC.
No, that's just
not that.
Not the CC at the end.
I know.
Yeah. CC is that will be like in my bio.
Oh, right.
Who's CC? I'm confused.
It's Cannibal Curious.
Right.
Oh, you didn't.
Well, I was thinking CC as in like an email. Like, oh, CC me.
Oh.
And I was like, well, you're supposed to say that at the beginning of the end.
I don't even know what that means.
Carbon copy.
Carbon copy me.
That's what that means?
I don't know.
Yeah, because back in the day, because the carbon copy is like on a piece of paper that you write on, there's a second sheet that like
want to find
absorbs
me on
the
Instagram,
ink.
It's at Van Windsor. So you're gonna find all the episodes for the show announced, updates, clips. I'll post them all on the Instagram. You can go to Mellow Brick Road podcast. That's also on .podcast.
Yeah,
that's on Instagram. Mellow Brick Road .podcast. You're gonna get all the clips, episodes, bonus stuff like that. I'll post it on the Instagram if I remember. If you want to follow the show, like if you want to get like more like behind the scenes stuff, go to the patreon.com/mellowbrickroad. So we're gonna get like full unedited episodes of the show, including that little blurb I just did.
I was gonna say what's funny is you'll edit that out.
Yeah, and you'll find all the episodes there. And then we also have 2 other shows that you can watch from the Patreon. We got What You Readin', which is Trace and I's show where we do book sharing and stuff like that. We're getting January books are about to be read right now. I gotta find a banned book for this month actually. Now that I'm saying it right now while we're doing it. And then you can also find Mason and I's shows on Patreon as well called Off the Path with Van and Mason. I'm Van.
I'm Mason.
Nailed it. Yeah, we basically talk about nonsense for like an hour. It's great. It's funny how we like start in the weirdest spot and then we'll keep going like in the random directions and then we always end up back at the same spot like 3 or 4
times. To be
times.
cannibalism.
It's usually cannibalism. Yeah. We do go into each episode saying, are we talking about cannibalism today? We do. We honestly do. We go, do we have anything about, I don't think we have anything on cannibalism today. Let's just try not to talk about it. And it always comes back to us.
Yeah.
I like to think of that as like chain reaction. We're a chain reaction podcast where you tie these 2 things together. You see 2 things and you're like, how are those going to connect?
That reminds me of this.
And then all the things that we just talked about to get us to here.
And at the end of each episode of Off the Path, we do what would you do? What's the song?
What would you do?
Well, last week we did like a Halo theme.
Oh yeah.
Like what would you do? We did like that.
Nice.
Thank you. And what was it? It was we did 127 hours. Aaron Ralston, we did him. Which everyone already, if you've seen the movie, you know what he did. You know how you would survive. But we kind of figured out we just wouldn't survive.
No, I would die. I would die very easily. I think
he made that sling for himself. I would have just hung there until my shoulder just dislocated. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been terrible. They would have found me weeks later. Horrible. So yeah, we do that. So check out Off the Path. It's great stuff. You can listen to the show anywhere on your favorite podcast app. If you want to watch the episodes, which I highly recommend, because Mason and I have the funniest faces. Check it out on patreon.com/mellowbrickroad. Don't forget to go on Spotify. Check out the weekly question and the weekly poll. What's the weekly poll? What sound do you think Trace just made?
Where do you think that sound exited from? No, something with the food.
What's your favorite bird-related soup? Albatross soup?
Oh, okay.
Turtle dove soup? Bald
or chicken soup?
Bald eagle
or chicken noodle soup?
Hopefully there's a landslide on that one.
You can choose multiple answers. You can have multiple favorites.
Yeah, bald eagle for sure.
I wouldn't legally. I would not say I like bald eagle soup because you're not supposed to kill them. So I'm not going to leave.
I didn't kill it. Someone made it for me, allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's the same argument you could use for cannibalism too. Someone made this for me. I didn't do anything. All right.
Before we talk about it more.
Yeah, exactly. Before we get back into it more.
Let's go ahead and just wrap this path up.
Yeah, we got to do. Let me get my famous celebrity from Missouri.
Oh yeah.
In their quotes.
I was already ready to say something stupid at the end.
Oh God. Well, hold on to it.
Okay.
All right. This quote this week is coming from another St. Louis born, because all celebrities are from fucking St. Louis or Kansas City.
Yeah.
This week it comes from St. Louis born Nelly.
Yeehaw.
With the bandage.
Butterfly tat.
Yeah.
He's the bandage.
Or butterfly bandages. Yeah.
He's
Earl. Got a butterfly tat.
He's Earl.
No, butterfly bandages is what they're called.
Yeah.
Earl Meggett
from Longest Yard. Yeah.
He's a big Blues guy.
See him at the Blues games all the time.
Massive Cardinals fan.
I'll be like, "What's up, Nelly?" And he's just like over here because he can't hear me from that distance. I'm pretty far away from him, but I still yell like, "What's up, Nelly?"
He's behind the glass in the box, and he's just.
It'd be cool if they brought him up on with the blues band.
That would be cool if he was on that little stage. Not little, but if he was on that stage.
They have to ask.
It'd be crazy.
I bet he has to ask at some point. Be like, "Come on, let me do it once. I'm Nelly.
Hell,
I got Paul Rudd with me. Come on." Paul Rudd on the drums. Anyway, this quote from Nelly. Let me read this here. It is, "Nobody living average, everybody jang-a-lang.
Nice.
Nobody living savage, everybody got change." Mellow Manifestations, everybody.
Peace and blessings.
Thanks for watching.
Stay safe out there.